Hey guys, PsyStarcraft here bringing you another audio commentary. This is going to be on Steps of War, and I just noticed that my mic was not recording, but luckily I was only about 2 minutes into the commentary, so I'll still have some steam for you guys to deliver a good one. So this is going to be more of an instructional video rather than like an entertaining who's going to win type of game. This was round 5 of the Craft Cup final. Not the final, but round 5 of the Craft Cup. If you win round 5, you then move on to, I believe, the top 8, and you start playing 2 out of 3, best 2 out of 3. So I would have been in great position if I did move on to 2 out of 3 because, you know, it's not all riding on one game, and you can kind of adapt to your opponent. But anyway, I'm playing against Gretorp, and the instruction I'm going to be giving you guys, or like teaching or whatever, I don't even know what to call it, is how to fast expand against a Terran successfully. So this first segment, I know you all wanted to see a game against Gretorp. This first segment is going to be one where I do not do it successfully, so that is a spoiler. A lot of you already knew the outcome of this game, but I do not end up winning this game, so I'm going to kind of mention a lot of things, fundamental things that I did wrong here that Zerg can do to get a fast expansion down. So first of all, we see I'm at 15. I don't have a pool yet, so you can kind of expect that I am going to fast expand. I'm sending out 2 drones, but a 15 drone scouting against a Terran on Steps of War is way too late. I like to do the extractor trick and send my 11th drone, but there goes my expansion. This drone is coming up to see what's going on here. He is getting a gas barracks, pretty standard build from Gretorp, and I want to usually stay at 15 against Terran and get a pool, but I chose to go to 16 before getting a pool. Here's my drone coming into scout. So first thing I did wrong is I didn't bring my drone in earlier to harass this SCV that is building, because if you can delay it by 5 or 10 seconds, that's a lot of time. Second, another huge mistake. I could have sat here right next to the barracks and denied that tech lab for so long. Even if he sends in an SCV to try to attack it, you can kind of circle around just right here and deny that tech lab for a long time. That's also very successful. If he pumps Marines, okay, that's fine. They're not as hard to deal with as Reapers, and you see his first Reaper is coming out. Second mistake, let's look down here. Hatcheries, while they are building, have very poor sight range. My second Overlord went over here. You always want to, and I've done this every game since, and it's worked fantastically, you always want to keep your second Overlord over your expansion when you're fast expanding. If I were to see this, I would send out about 3 or 4 drones, harass this SCV, and notice how slow the Reaper is. It's not even here yet, and my pool is down, but he got these bunkers down, and normally I would be able to defend this just fine, but I already let him get 1.5 bunkers down before I even knew they were there, so that was just inexcusable on my part. I deserved to lose this game. That was just terrible scouting. Terrans do this every game, so why wasn't I expecting it? I don't know. Maybe nerves got to me or something, but this was my first tournament, so I'm not too unhappy with making it to round 5 and beating a couple good players. So I'm just going to give up on this. 2 bunkers is, 1 bunker is one thing, 2 bunkers is another thing. Even if I do get 8 lings and like 2 queens, 1, 2 queens to destroy this bunker, he'll just hop into this next one and I'm going to be dead meat. So another Reaper coming out as well. So let me just recap real fast. I'm even trying to get some drones out with that larva, so at least I got something out of this hatchery. 3 extra larvae and a queen. Yay. So this hatchery will go down. Let me recap real fast. With your 11th or 10th drone, preferably bring it to the Terran base, especially on Steps of War. Now this isn't something you have to do on every map, but if you're in close position and the Terran scouts you early, or you're on Steps of War, you definitely want to do this. If you're fast expanding, bring your 10th or 11th drone, harass the SCV building the barracks. Once the barracks is complete, harass the placement of the tech lab. Try to move your drone around there and try to stop that. And hopefully you're able to do some delaying with that. And if that doesn't work, or if it works a little bit, doesn't really matter. Keep your Overlord over your expansion and be prepared with drones to stop any kind of bunker building here. By then you should have a couple queens out and some lings to stop any other, you know, harassment proxying he tries to do. So that's lesson number 1, how to prevent your fast expansion from dying against Terran. So you can tell that things are probably going to go downhill from here. I just decide to go for an all-in. I'm kind of on the slippery slope right now. You know, one thing goes wrong and so more things are going wrong, and I'm kind of tilting a little bit. So second hatchery in the base. I'm going to be going for an all-in. You can see here my link speed is going up, my baneling nest is down, and I'm also getting an evolution chamber to try to upgrade my melee attacks a little bit. Now this game isn't too exciting from here on out, and this is kind of a tutorial for you, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. If there's any action, I'll try to slow it down with my keyboard. Some Reapers coming in, just doing a little bit of scouting. Maybe they'll drop down and do some harassment in my base, but we're not seeing too much of that. 2 queens, because I had that expansion, so pumping from 2 hatcheries, mass zerglings. He scanned me several times, so he knows exactly what I'm doing. He doesn't see that second hatchery, so that's kind of good, but he knows, he has the general idea. Viking floating around trying to pick off some overlords. Luckily queens can't attack air, so he can't just run in like StarCraft 1 with a Corsair and destroy everything. He's got an expansion, he's got tech, starport, engineering bay, upgrading his attack, some marauders, so maybe I could have moved in right here. No, these Hellions are just too strong, I don't think it would have done much. Yeah, he even has pre-igniter, so that would have been a terrible move to move in here. He could just sit his Hellions behind his other forces. 2 orbital commands. Another factory likely to produce some Hellions again. Does he see that second hatchery yet? No, he doesn't see that second hatchery, but he sees a lot of lings rallying from up there, so somewhat surprising. There go the banelings. Hellions doing a little bit of scouting on the map. Continuing to macro up here. His economy is blowing me out of the water. 1200 average around my 700, 800. 10 more harvesters and he's Terran. So he's got me 2 bases to 1 right now. I'm still continuing. Oh, it looks like I went for a Nidus network and he spotted that out. I wonder what would have happened. I think I would have just got slaughtered. This is so many Hellions. He knows I'm going mass air. This is the perfect counter. And now I'm trying to funnel all these Zerglings out next to his base, but they take so long to get out of there. Look at that. It's like a little Congo line train. Banelings look so cool when they're rolling too. Still coming. Still coming. Do I have any more upgrades? Looks like I just went for attack 1 and the baneling speed. So this is it. This is going to be the battle to decide it. Here we go. I'm going to slow it down just because Zerglings and banelings, there's a lot of action happening. Running up here. Look at this funnel. First of all, I tried to tell my... Okay, I need to tell you guys something. I tried to tell my Zerglings to move over here, but I actually like clicked on the open space, and so it tried to tell them to move up here, which I guess is closer to the open space. And so a little bit of a pathing issue here. See how they like went over there and then doubled back. So all those lings are dead, and my banelings aren't even in there. But the banelings actually did a lot of damage. Can you imagine what might have happened if my banelings went in first, killed all this, and then my Zerglings ran in? I might have actually had a chance at this game. So not a too shabby of an all-in, despite what has happened in this game, but unfortunately it just didn't work well enough. I'm getting some lings in his base, killing off some SCVs, but he's still got the 2 bases. He's got these Hellions with the pre-igniter, which will, once they get down here, are just going to tear up these lings. I'm trying to rally some more, but I don't have any more banelings. I get a surround on one of these guys. He's got a nice little choke up here, and while I did bring his harvester count back down to 29, somewhere near my level, it's just too little too late. Continuing to swarm in, and we actually talked for a little bit, so this game is obviously over right now. He's just going to push in and win the game. I'm trying to futilely expand, but it's just not going to work. So yeah, banelings and Zerglings are very delicate. If you're going to be using them, micro them properly. Send in your banelings first, especially against Hellions. Banelings do pretty good against Hellions if they can get close enough, but I even had a spore for any kind of banshees that he might throw at me. But he's just waltzing into my base, killing everything I have. He's even got like 1,200, 1,300 minerals stockpiled, 700 gas. But yeah, this game is over. We're going to have a little chat here in a second about what I did wrong, and I knew exactly what I did wrong too, so everything's dying. Oh, and I'm glad you guys liked the last video, the first person. Yeah, tilted after the after the bunkers, so I got pretty sad after the bunkers owned me. GG from Gretorp. A lot of people say he's kind of bad manner, but I didn't really see that this game. Yeah, you guys seem to like that live commentary, so I'm going to do a couple more, you know, maybe mix them in every 2 or 3 videos. Didn't scout early enough to know pool before hatch, so that's when I didn't send my 10 or 11 drone. Didn't scout the bunkers with my overlord, deserved to lose. But if I'm going to lose, at least it's to Gretorp. He ended up going to the finals and losing to TT1, I think his name is. Yeah, and he's telling me to put that second Overlord there, but I knew that already. But that is the game, you guys, and next game is going to be how to successfully fast expand against a Terran player. So thanks for watching.